Hello, my friends. Welcome to Lean and Clean with Fitness Chef Christine. I am with Laverne today, and she's going to tell us her story. And we're both post-menopause. It's a good story. You need to stick around. All right, Laverne, tell us what's going on.
All right, let's see. I am 63. I have a 21-year-old son in college. So we're still paying for his college, in the middle of redoing floors, redoing a roof. There's just a lot of chaos going on. I'm always trying to reinvent myself, I suppose. I joke around and say I'm a scuba diver for knowledge, where I just want to learn something and I just go deep and I'm down there learning everything I can. And then I just come up.
I'm
Kind of
the
my
same way. I love knowledge. I'm into book clubs. I'm always taking online classes. Spongy. I love it.
Yes, I can't get enough sometimes, and it's almost to the point where I want to learn everything,
Yes.
but then I can't concentrate on. I could concentrate on nothing. If that-
I'm the same way. I am too. I bounce, but I have ADHD, so I bounce from one thing to another all the time. Now, is your husband the same way?
No, he is
Mine,
not.
mine
No,
either. He's has a path. He stays in his lane. Me, I'm like,
yes, he's a perfectionist, financial guy,
mine
very
too.
methodical. Yes, but yet he's very mechanical. We do a lot of projects at home together, and it's a good combination. But when I keep telling him, hey, I want to take this class, I want to do this, I want to do that, he's, oh my goodness, would you just stop already? And then when I tell him, okay, when I retire in 6 or 7 years, what am I going to do?
Right.
Um,
And I think
yeah,
that's how you and I met because we both did Find Your Voice, which is a way to help us connect with what's next and get out of our comfort zone and move forward. So I love that. And I also noticed you're wearing a jacket, so you're clearly in a cold weather place.
yes, I'm in Colorado. We've
Ah,
been here since 2007. I'm originally from California, as you can see in the background, Golden Gate Bridge.
I know that's why I was
Um,
confused at first. I'm like, wait a minute, she's got a jacket on, but what's the temperature?
It is. I This morning it was about 12 degrees.
Oh,
Yesterday it was 5, and I'm like, oh my goodness, are you kidding
I
me?
never leave the house. I would never leave the house. I'm whining and it's 36. And the funny thing is I grew up in cold weather, but I just have no tolerance. I haven't lived there in 30 years. And so I become a truth southerner. I can't handle the cold at all. I'm a big baby.
You're a big baby. Oh no.
All right, let's talk about your loves. I know that you love art and you like meditation and yoga. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, my latest class I'm taking is mindful yoga art therapy kind of training, where I can combine art and possibly the outdoors, movement, meditation. And I have a couple of Facebook pages that I have a meditation group and I have a women's group. And
Oh, awesome. You
so,
have to share that with me so I can put it in
okay.
the notes for everybody.
So eventually if I could have and this is part of Find Your Voice, is if you could do anything and money was not a restriction, what would you do? And I would open my own studio where people could just pop on by for 10, 15, 20 minutes. We could do a little bit of art, a little creative writing, a little movement, some meditation, and then
I would
just
be there. I would
send
come.
them on their way. All
All right.
right.
Wait a minute. When you say art, I'm assuming you don't mean like stick figures, like that's my style of art, but what are you talking? Painting?
I actually do watercolor.
Okay.
I'm teaching myself how to draw because I have a convergence issue, so I have no idea how to draw.
Oh, I
Uh,
can do it.
my people are kind of stick. I had done some wood carving for years. Now I do bronze sculpture,
Oh my gosh, girl,
and
you got a lot of talent.
I like to write. I like to paint. If I could just be creative all the time, that's probably where I'd be most of the time. And
Oh,
outside, just just absorbing the outdoors, just
yes.
being at one, finding that peace.
I love it. You reminded me when you said you love writing. One of the gals in Find Your Voice, Jamie B, has an activating your writers in group. It's just fabulous. She gives us writing prompts and we go through all these things and
I'm with her.
oh, I am too. I don't know how we missed each other. The meeting times are never work for me, but I love it because it gets me in the flow of writing.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm thinking about starting. Have you heard of the Artist Way by
no.
Julia Cameron? It's like a 12-week process. And last August, I started an online group with maybe 4 or 5 other people. And what's interesting is my aunt had given me this book probably about 25 years ago. And she's gone now. So I was going through some of my books and I opened it up and I saw this note from my auntie saying, I
Oh.
hope you find your path.
Ah, see?
Uh, and I had read it way back when, but I never did the exercises. I'm just like, I don't have time for this. But now I'm like really jumping in, and it's just opened me up to want to be a creative again. So
I love it. And it's like a gift from beyond. I love that. So I know that you did yoga with kids,
mhm.
but have you thought of maybe doing like children's books?
Yes,
And children's books based on yoga would be super cool.
I that's on my to-do list of because I had put together like all these training for these little kids. And my first year when I used to teach at a Catholic school. And
I went to Catholic school.
you did. I
Yeah,
never did, but that's okay.
did.
So we're in this classroom, and one of the very shy girls, she just looked really sad. And I said, have you guys, last night I got scared because of the weather or whatever. And I was just chit chatting with them. And she says, yeah, Miss Laverne, I get like that all the time. And I said, you know what I do? I said, I look in the mirror and I say, I am strong. And I do my warrior pose. I am brave. I am a warrior.
I love it. I do that with my grandson. He's 4. I'm like,
Yes. Yeah. These kids were between 2 and 5.
love it.
And it just became this thing. So, as a going away gift, I drew little stick figures and wrote that on these little teeny cards. And I gave it to every single one of the kids. And there must have been 200 kids. And years later, one of the students came to me and she goes, are you Miss Laverne? I said, yes. She goes, this is what I have. She still had
Oh,
it in her little wallet. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And I'm like, you just don't know because you always think, oh, I'm not making a difference somewhere.
oh no, that's amazing.
But hearing that, so that's where I'm taking my yoga to the next level is I found an organization that teaches first responders yoga. So I would have to learn all the trauma techniques and all that in the combination. And unfortunately, I have 2 neck fusions. So my
Oh,
concern was that I couldn't do all the moves. And they said, you're really instructing these firefighters and police if that's the direction you want to go and helping them. So I'm fundraising to try to get into their school, and there's a mentorship that goes along with it if I get the funds together. So
all right for you. I'd like to share the link to that too.
okay, okay,
So
I will get that to you.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
I think that what a beautiful thing to do. I love it.
yeah. My uncle was a firefighter, and it was just I'm a fire safety freak, I
Mm.
would say. And I do project management, building type management right now. And fire codes, I could just spend hours in fire codes. And is everybody being safe? And what about this? And my uncle would always like, okay, Laverne, you're in charge of these boys, and you're going to tell them what to do. And here's our do. So if I can give back, I would like that. I was in scouts for years, and I just missed that giving to the community.
So my brain is on overdrive. You could do a kids fire safety book. You could do a
Ah,
yoga book because so one of the gals, Carmen, you can find her and Find Your Voice. She's been doing children's books. They're ebooks on Amazon, but you could easily convert that to a hardcover book on lulu.com. So there's lots of different ways to publish it, or you could get it right from Canva and you can print it right from there. But I just think that would be awesome.
how fun would that be, huh?
Yeah, it would be great. And she does all the animate, like all the, what do you call it? Pictures and everything on Canva. So
Oh,
you
okay.
don't have to hire an artist or anything. You do it yourself. So then you get what you want. So I don't know, just my brain.
I like it. I like it.
No, I think that you have such knowledge and it'd be great to be able to pass that on. My kids love firefighters and it's a good time
Oh
to
my God.
grab them
Yes, yes,
to really get them to learn
yes.
why it's important to be safe.
Yeah. And my motto is you can never be too safe ever.
Right. And then
Yeah,
since you love nature, you can do a nature safety one.
we could do that.
I'll just write your whole series for you. Don't worry. I'll just send it in.
Okay. Just guide me, okay?
But
I
that's
need
the way
your
my brain
energy.
that's the way my brain works. Go, how about this? How about that? So it's just funny. But anyway, I think it's really cool. We were talking a little bit beforehand, but I'm the same way. Like I can't pick a lane. I used to be a professional baker, so I love teaching baking. I'm really into nutrition, so I'd love to talk about nutrition and fitness. I teach fitness, and so I love yoga and Pilates and strength training and water fitness, and I could just go on for days. I love it all. And so
Right.
when you have a lot of interest, it's hard to narrow it down.
Right. And
I'm not
and I
I'm
yeah,
not a talented artist at all. But I used to be a florist, so I love to do floral design. So there's some little artistic piece in there, just not this drawing part.
I think I can't draw very well, so I have to find other things to teach me how to. And my when my son was small, he asked me to draw all of the, oh, whatever were those guys, the family. Oh, why am I blanking? I don't know. It was with Violet and all. Yeah, I
Oh
don't
wait,
know.
is it the Adams family? No,
No, it's
Violet, that's
the superheroes. I can't think of the name of it
oh,
right.
the Incredibles.
Yes.
See, I'm a grandma. I got
Thank
this.
you. So my son John says, "Mom, can you draw these for me?" Oh, and I'm like, I can't let my boy down. I have to learn how to do this. And I had him framed. I did this whole thing. I drew him out. I painted him, and it took me forever to do. But the fact that I did it, and then Spider Man, this, and I just
Yeah, that I would have to do like literally take a class or do a tutorial online because I just I look at it and I think that I can draw it, but then when I'm done, I'm like, oh, that looks nothing like it, nothing. So
yeah.
I can trace. I can make pretty designs on sourdough
Then you have it. Then you can do it.
somewhere in there. It's in there somewhere, but I would need to really have somebody pull that out of me and really show me what the correct way is. Because I love to watch those tutorials where they draw people's faces and they make like little triangles and they erase it. I'm like, that's incredible.
I don't know how to do that, so
I don't
I
know.
can't help you.
Me neither. But maybe eventually we'll get there,
I
right?
think we will.
Keep
I think we
keep
will.
learning and learning. Eventually, we're gonna learn all the stuff.
That's right.
What is between all those people that we've known, somebody's got to know this stuff, right?
I think so. I
Yes.
think so.
So, how exciting for you though? You have an end date for when you want to retire, and you have lots of ideas. So, I think that's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about when you were younger, because we had a little conversation before about womanly struggles with weight and with how we view ourselves and all that good stuff.
Okay, honestly, I still struggle with self-image. I really do. And 2025, 2025, my goal is to love myself 100%. My husband asked me, he says, so where are you? And I go, oh, probably about 50, 60. And he's, oh, wow. So I'm hoping that with a lot of kindness towards myself, that I can relearn this because when I was in my early 20s, I was having some thyroid problems. Of course, I didn't know that at the time. So
Right.
they put me on medication, and I went from like about 100 pounds because I was an excessive athlete when I was in high school, runner, soccer player, etc. And then went into my 20s, and looking back, I was just depressed. And I went through the bulimia, the anorexia, and weighed up to, I don't even know. After a while at 175, I closed my eyes, and I had no idea I was so overweight and big that I used to play soccer with my dad. And this one time I was doing the laundry, and I'm like, oh, these are dad's shorts. Oh no, they were Laverne shorts. And I was like, oh, good God, what have I done? Honestly, what have I done?
Medicine
Um,
can do that.
yeah. So I joined Weight Watchers and fluctuate on and off, and eventually became a Weight Watcher coach and a health coach. And I still struggle because my image is I'm still that fat girl.
I think all of us look in the mirror and feel that way. All of us.
Yes. I'm like, you need to stop.
So I was really lucky. I work with Vicky Poole. She's a mindset coach. And we did an exercise in one of the groups where you put your hand on your heart, you put your hand on your belly, and you thank your body for what it can do for you. And you show yourself some love. And it was so simple, but also so powerful because our bodies have had babies and lived through so many different things. We have to appreciate the fact that you know what? So what? We have stretch marks, we have some roly polies. It's done miraculous things for us. I just feel like the more that we're grateful, the more that it's going to work towards our good. But it's
That's
hard. It's hard to get that mindset. It
yes.
really, really is. Because, I've done the whole health coach thing. I did tons of nutrition classes and tons of fitness prep work and getting all my certifications and everything. But that doesn't always change your mindset. It doesn't
It
change when you look
doesn't.
in the mirror and why
Yes.
is it like this?
Yes.
And social media has not made it easier.
No,
You can see all these perfect bodies out there. And I know that it's not always reality, but it
no,
gets in your head.
it does. It does. You're right. It's changing the mindset. It's you are who you are. Love yourself for who you are. And you're perfectly imperfect is what I've been trying to tell myself now.
When we look at other people, we don't immediately be like, ooh, look at them. They have 20 pounds to lose. Ooh, look at
Yeah,
that. Or if we do, that's just terrible. But
right.
we do that to ourselves.
I know. Yep.
We would tell our friends, what are you talking about? You look great. But to ourselves, we never say
Yes.
that. So you
No.
got to look in the mirror and tell yourself, you look great. You look great. Look at you. Look at you go. You got to give yourself a little pep talk.
Yeah, I can coach, and you might feel the same way as I can coach somebody. Just I believe in you, and I'm like the
Yep.
biggest cheerleader. But then when it comes to myself, my cheerleaders,
When it comes to that, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you got this, girl. You can do this.
and
And,
it's true.
record yourself of what you would say to somebody else and then play it back to yourself.
Actually, I do record myself all the time, just the self talk, and
Love it.
I'm like, dang, that was good.
Right?
You need to write that down.
Like it's in there. It's in there somewhere.
Come on.
Also, like we have to remember that we have survived 100% of our hard days. And some of that has battle wounds. We're not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Imagine if everybody looked perfect. What a boring world we would have.
Sure.
And you're someone's goal. If somebody's really struggling and they could look like you, that would be their goal. Like you have to remember you have so much self-worth that you're someone's goal.
You know, yeah, that's really interesting. I do a bar class, and
Love bar.
me too. It's like my love. I was never a dancer, but I have ballet shoes that I do bar in. So I get my ballerina fix, and no one judges. And I'm like, she's kicking booty,
Yeah.
and I'm kicking booty. And people that I don't know, I'm like high five, and we got this.
Yeah.
And
The beautiful thing when you can cheer each other on. I think it's great. I used to love to do bar, but my legs don't let me do it as much anymore because they cramp up so bad. But
oh,
we do what we can, right? Got to modify things. So I do a lot more Pilates now, which is working the same muscles just a little differently. And sometimes I cramp up with that one. So I move on. But
that's true.
we just do what we can. But
That's all we can do.
I just think we have to give ourselves some grace sometimes.
100%. Yes.
You look behind me. I had company all week and my house is a little messy. Oh, like I'm getting to it.
It's not like it's going to go away. So,
It's just gonna be put away, like out of sight. Then it's gone.
yes, I hear you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story and for sharing all that you're doing. I want to make sure that we get your fundraiser out there to everybody that sees this and everybody that's on Facebook because it's such a worthy cause. It's such a great thing you're doing. So I want to make sure we get that word out.
I will. Thank you so very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for coming. It's been great to get a chance to chat with you, and we'll keep in touch. I'll touch base with you, see how your fundraiser's going, and
Sounds great.
so yeah, thank you. And I'll look for you and Find Your Voice because I'm always in there chatting with everybody.
All righty.
All right, honey. Have a great day. Thanks
You
again.
too.
And
Thank you.
to our listeners, we thank you for being with us. Make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe. Keep in touch with us. Ask any questions that you want, and have a blessed day.